Hi, Thaisa Cueva speaking. As usual, I'm going to do a reading log about white water, and the writer is Michael Bandy and also Eric Stain. So both writers made this beautiful book about African American history, about racism, about the different Jim Crow laws. And this book is amazing for many reasons. First, I'll tell you the story. It's about this boy that loves going to this city, but you can tell he goes with his grandma and it's very, very hot. And when he gets to the bus, he also notices that the white lady and her son go in front of them, even though they were there before. And then again, they're in the bus and he sees the boy. Him and the boy get all friendly, they smile at each other, and they both realize they're very thirsty. They want to drink something. So they both go and drink from the fountain. But after a little while, the boy notices that the taste of the water is kind of gross. He does not like it. It does not taste great. But he notices the other white boy drinking and drinking, and he wonders, maybe the water is different tasting. So this idea of trying the water is planted into his head. His grandma, of course, takes him home, and he's been dreaming about that white water since day one. So he dreams about it in school. He thinks about it when he is actually sleeping. He thinks about it when he's taking a bath. So he's thinking about that crystalline, white, delicious water. And one day he pretends to be sick just so he can go and try that water. So he says bye to his grandma, gets on the bus, very confused but very brave. And then after that, he goes ahead and acts like it's a field, a battlefield. He goes, drinks the water and notices that nothing's different. He's a little bit confused about that. He thought the water's gonna taste different, but nothing. And of course he gets caught by the white lady and he falls out of being scared. And then he looks at the pipe and it's the same pipe, just different stalls, different fountains. And so he starts thinking, reflecting on life. What does this mean to him? What lesson did he get from it? And it's a pretty good book because I liked it a lot. First, the illustrations. I noticed there's a lot of green in the illustrations. And it's very pastel-like and watercolor-like. So it looks like it's very soft. It's mixed in with water for sure. It gives me that effect. And I also like how the drawings are not outlined by a black sharp line, but they're outlined by the colors. So the colors of the people, of the bus, of the place really gives a definition in the drawings. And I like how there's many primary colors like yellow. There's also a lot of green, like I said, but the yellow really stands out to me. It's beautiful, it's great, it has a green feel to it. So this book actually reminds me of when I was a child. I used to read those kind of books. I didn't really know what it meant about all those laws. I had no idea, but it gave me a good starter on how the American history was. I'm from Canada originally, so I didn't really know the laws here. And those kind of books, when they were read to me by all the teachers, they were really, really helpful. I remember when I was 12, I would read those books and I would be very confused, but I would be very intrigued as also. This book is really great for the kids because it teaches them that people are people. No matter what, people are people. We're all the same. And nothing in society should tell us that we can't do something. That's actually what he realizes at the end of the book. He says here, the signs over the fountain put a bad idea in my head. They were all a lie. What else should I question? So he realizes that all the signs doesn't matter. He's the one that puts the limits in his life and he decides what he is in his life. And then I like the last sentence, now I knew, and from that day on, I wouldn't let anything stand in my way. So it's a very inspirational book for kids too. It makes the kids feel like no matter what their color, their race, their background, they can achieve what they want to achieve. So they just have to go for it. And yes, this book is great. The activity I was thinking is reading it out loud. And then I would like for the kids to get in pairs and talk about some difficulties they had in their own life, or what made them feel like they couldn't get a certain goal, or what their goals were, what do they think would stand in the way, and how they would conquer them. And I like them to talk in groups, and then I'd like for them to draw, and if they're older, of course, get a nice paragraph with it. And like always, I went over 4 minutes, but there's so much to talk about. So thank you very much. This is Thaisa Cueva with White Water. I recommend it.